Hi guys, do you suffer from painful arthritis in your fingers? Then this video is for you. I'm Dr. Karin Drummond, owner of Drummond Chiropractic, and I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 tips for arthritic pain. But before you follow any advice from any video, check with your healthcare provider to make sure it's appropriate for your specific condition, and hopefully that's one of us here at Drummond Chiropractic. If you like our content, please let us know by clicking the like button, and if you want to see more of our content, be sure to subscribe. And we'd love to hear from you. So if you have any comments or questions, please post them below. Before I share my top 5 tips for arthritic pain, I want to explain to you that arthritis is not your joints rusting with time. Joints are living tissue. There's cells called chondrocytes that repair the cartilage in your joints. But as we get older, our cells tend to not function as well, and so it takes more time to heal from the traumas of daily living. But if we're better about avoiding the things that harm our joints and feed our joints will improve with time. You can reverse arthritis. Another interesting fact about arthritis is that arthritis itself is not painful. It's the inflammation that causes the pain. This is why sometimes you can have people with really gnarly looking joints, but they're not painful. It's when they inflame is when it's painful. So to understand how to better help your arthritis, it's good to understand a little anatomy. Your joints have a joint capsule that's supplied by blood. And for the nutrients to get from the blood to the cells inside your joint that repair the cartilage, these are called chondrocytes, that joint fluid has to stir. Now there's not hearts in your joint pumping that fluid around. The joint literally needs movement to stir the fluid that brings the nutrients to the chondrocytes. So understanding this, can you see how not moving can lead to arthritis? Because you need movement to feed the cells that repair the joint. So if you're not moving, the cells will starve for nutrients, not be able to repair as well, leading to arthritis. And the reverse is true. If you're moving too much in a high impactful way, you can cause more damage faster than the joints can actually repair themselves. And this too can cause degeneration over time. Remember, we're not rusting with time. It's a cofactor. It takes time of repetitive injury to lead to things like arthritis. So this leads me to tip number 1. To help your arthritis, it's important to do gentle movement throughout the day to avoid activities that cause harm, like high impact activities like typing or even holding your phone for an extended period of time. That chronic contraction, remember, it needs movement to be fed. And if you're not moving under duress, can you see how that can lead to arthritis of the fingers? And the stretching doesn't have to be fancy, it just has to be frequent. So if you find yourself typing for an extended period of time, make sure you take breaks every 10 to 15 minutes. And it doesn't have to be for very long, like simply just opening and closing your hands or pulling on your fingers to get space between the bones so that the fluid inside the joints can stir. It doesn't take much, just do it frequently. Tip number 2, eat food that has the nutrients your chondrocytes, the cells inside your joint, need. A good supplement to take is glucosamine sulfate. Now with glucosamine sulfate, you want to make sure it's glucosamine sulfate, not glucosamine chondroitin with MSM. Yes, that has the parts that your body needs to make the glucosamine sulfate, but that's like saying you're thirsty, here's some hydrogen and oxygen. Yeah, hydrogen and oxygen makes water, but it'd be better just to get water. You can also feed your chondrocytes, the cells inside your joints, with topical creams, arnica, creams with MSM, or taking CBD oil, or applying CBD oil topically. All these can help your chondrocytes. Tip number 3, keep your hands warm. As you know, when your hands are cold, they tend to be more stiff. This is because cold fluid isn't as lubricating. So wearing gloves will help. And when you're sleeping, you can get compression gloves. This does 2 things. 1, it keeps your hands warm, and 2, it keeps your fingers from swelling. Tip number 4, avoid inflammatory foods. Remember, arthritis is not painful unless it's inflammatory, so don't add fuel to the fire. And maybe help put out the fire by eating foods that are anti-inflammatory. To learn more about an anti-inflammatory diet, check out my website. Tip number 5 might surprise you. A lot of people in pain will take an over-the-counter pill for pain, especially a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. But what you need to know is that when you're inflamed, that's your body's attempt to heal. And if you artificially reduce the inflammation, you're actually taking away the body's ability to heal itself. And when you artificially take away the pain, this allows you to do the activities that typically hurt. Well, the reason why it hurts is because it's damaging your joints. And if you can't feel the alarm bell saying don't do that, and you do it, guess what? you're going to add to the harm to your joints. Can you see how over time this can lead to degeneration and arthritis? So the worst thing you can do for arthritis is take a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. So instead of taking a pill, all you need to do is eat well, move well, and sleep well. Sleep is the time when our body heals, so make sure you're giving yourself enough time to sleep. What can we do here at Drummond Chiropractic for arthritic pain in the hands? We have a secret weapon, and that is the rapid release. Rapid release uses a vibration that, one, will diminish pain, but two, really help liquefy the fluid inside the joint. And can you see how that's going to facilitate the healing? I have people that come in just to get their hands treated with a rapid release because that really helps with their arthritic pain. So I hope this has been helpful. And again, if you have any questions, we'd love to hear from you. And until next time, stay well.